women need to learn their place. It is I, Captain Crazy. Now, recently, a couple days ago on the internet, a new video has been uploaded onto YouTube. Okay, and this video is named "Damsels in Distress." It's made by a channel called Feminists Frequency. Okay, now a little bit of knowledge, or a little bit of, let me share some light about the creation of this video. Now, this video started out as a thing on what you call it, a thing on Kickstarter, yeah, a thing on Kickstarter, and it started out on a thing on Kickstarter, and she asked for $6,000 to produce a set of videos talking about tropes in video games and how they're offensive to women and all that jazz. Okay. Now, there's no reason why these videos need $6,000 to make, okay? There's no reason at all why these need $6,000 to make these videos. No way. So, understandably, a lot of people smelt bullshit, and they told her on her bullshit. Well, she used this fact, and she used these hateful comments and stuff, which were rightfully so, on her YouTube video, and she used that to exploit feminism to get more money for her project, and she gained over $150,000 for stupid little shitty videos. Now, I know what you're thinking, Captain Crazy. You should. That's being unfair. She put a lot of effort. And granted, her production values are high. She does have a high-definition camera, and she does use a lot of video clips from video games. Well, now, I have an idea about how much a high-definition, fancy-ass camera costs. Okay? Now, a high-definition camera, let's say, is $2,000. Let's just say. And a really good recording capture card, let's say an HD PVR, I think is like $500 or something. Okay, let's say you pay a guy to be a cameraman, or you buy a really fancy ass tripod. Let's say $500 to $1,000. So let's say $1,000, fucking, let's say $500. So that's $2,500. So where did the rest of the money go? Okay, so, and this project this has been in the making for, ever. For 6 months. And in internet time, that's 100 years. So anyway, so the video starts, and she talks about damsels in distresses, okay? And, she says that, Princess Peach is a damsel in distress, which surprised me, because, I never, came to that conclusion before, because I don't think anyone has ever sat down and thought that Princess Peach is a damsel in distress. I mean, no one has ever come to that conclusion except for everyone. And then she talks about Zelda, and she says something like Zelda hasn't been the main character in any of the main games, which, to her credit, she's mostly right, but she is the main character in the CDI games, okay? So anyway, so she basically talks about Nintendo and how much she hates Shigeru Miyamoto and hates Mario and shit like that. And then she complains about, they're re-releasing old video games on Xbox Live. And so, who fucking cares? So anyway, the video is frickin' 23 minutes long. 23 minutes long! Now, when I originally made this video, I had a lot to talk about, and it was over 20 minutes, okay? And so I decided, well, as much as people love to watch my videos, I don't think people want to listen to me talk for 20 fucking minutes. So anyway, another thing to note, and this is pretty funny, is that she wants to create a discussion. she wants to create a discussion over how women are represented in video games. And to me personally, I think women are treated just fine in video games with Dead or Alive, which is my favorite video game, because you can play as women in bikinis that have huge tits and their boobs bounce around everywhere, and they can fight in bikinis and stuff. And there's one costume that's just a bunch of strings. So anyway, she talks about this, and she goes on and on, but here's the funny thing. She talks about damsels in distresses. And the funny thing is, she forgot one damsel in distress in video gaming that I think you should know about. It's a pretty important one. It's like one of the most major examples. See, it's you. You are the damsel in distress. Because you see, when people were trolling your videos, and instead of just blocking their comments or whatever, or just deleting them or whatever, what you did is you cried out for help. Kind of like, help, Mario, or kind of like Princess Peach, like a character like Bowser comes up and he's like, oh, I'm gonna get you, Princess Peach, and then he gets captured. And then she's like, help me, someone. And that's basically what you're doing, is that someone had any sort of retaliation, you cry for help, similar to a damsel in distress. The other thing is, her videos, I can't believe she does this. She creates a discussion. She creates an argument, and she wants to have a discussion over how women are represented in video games. But the problem is she disabled comments, and it's hard to have a discussion over something when the other person can't speak. So, and the thing is, disabling comments, on a YouTube video is kind of like, how do I put this? It's like getting into a fist fight with a baby, okay? Or it's like a Frenchman, okay? And I know what you're thinking. What do you mean? It's kind of like a Frenchman. Because, the French are cavalry and stuff. It's like a French guy going up to a guy and being like, hey, let's fight. And then when the other guy's like, okay, I'm going to punch you, and he runs away. That's basically what you're doing. You're basically, you're creating an argument. You're starting a fight, but when the fight comes, you run the fuck away. Now, the difference between you and me is when I start fights, I can finish them because I have a laser cannon and a laser eye. I can finish the fights with my power of the Anon Force and all that jazz, with my Captain Crazy karate kicks and punch you in the balls and stuff. So, I can't properly explain to you how much a crap move disabling comments are. If you're on YouTube, there's a couple of ways you can do things, okay? And don't say, oh, it's because of the trolls, because screw you. Because if you don't like trolls, just ignore them. They'll go away. All the minor trolls, all the small, low power level trolls, if you ignore them, they'll go away. Me, on the other hand, I'm the best troll in the universe, so I can shoot laser cannons and fuck up your shit and stuff. So I would be harder to get rid of, but if you ignore them, they'll go away. It's basic fucking principle. So yeah, that's how you get rid of them. But I understand if you want to have some sort of brevity, if you want to have some sort of intelligent discussion on your YouTube videos. Or if someone's like, hey, I'm a brony, and you don't like bronies, like me, you can delete them. You can delete the comment and block them. Okay? So you can do that. Or if you can either go about it this way, you can just let people talk and let people say whatever they want, just leave it be. You don't do anything about it, you just let people say what they want. But if you disable comments, then you're basically saying, I don't want any negative feedback, I don't want to hear anyone discuss anything. And not all of our videos are comments disabled, but a lot of them are more the ones that get more views. So, and the funny thing is, she is exploiting women, and she is exploiting feminism for all it's worth, because she is basically asking for money to do her videos and stuff, and she's saying, oh, I'm playing the victim, playing the damsel in distress, saying, oh, help me, somebody save me, Mario, save me, Link, and all that shit. And then she makes a video about how damsels in distresses are bad. And, she talks about how women shouldn't be sexualized, and then she wears a dress that shows off her tits. That's basically feminism in a nutshell. You complain that, women shouldn't be treated this way, and then you do something to make you be treated that way. So, but there is a reason why feminists are the way they are. And we all know the story of how the internet was created, and how the Anon Force came to be, and who created Anonymous. But that's a story for another time. So I, Captain Crazy, bid you adieu. And remember, kids, and remember, Anita, or whatever your name is from Feminist Frequency. I'm not good with names. Remember that I have the power of the Anon Force, and I will defeat you, and I will watch as your YouTube channel burns, as your YouTube channel kneels before me, and as your internet page kneels before me. I will make me a sandwich. Anita, come back when you're perfect, like the women on my video screen. That's a quote from We Are the Strange.